Hello everyone, and welcome to another Arknights Endfield video. Today's video is over a section that was cut off from the Arknights Endfield Umbra Monument E2 Searing Scars, a video 2 hours long that featured many things from talking points to PS5 issue that's going to be the main focus of this video, cut off from that, as well as Umbral Monument Searing Scars. That's all for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. But let's talk about PlayStation 5, because it's going to be very important. That is something that the developers didn't even think about. It'll make sense when I talk about it. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I use Exophase to keep track of achievements throughout Google Play, Retro. I have not done too much on that personally. Steam, Xbox, and of course PlayStation or PlayStation Network. And if you're kind of curious on like the rarest achievements, it's funny. The very first game I did, quote unquote, on YouTube in 2017 was Plants vs. Zombies 2, video-wise, but I've already played through a lot of it, and the fact that Hungry Dinos is the rarest one I have, and that is a Google Play achievement. There's some really rare Google Play achievements, by the way, that a lot of people don't have. I am an achievement hunter. Surprise, surprise. Maybe, maybe not. Of course, True Champion for Dying Light 2, yada yada. This is from my little universe that is on Steam. I was playing on mobile. I got to a point then the grind was so much that I just stopped doing it because there was a way you can like auto grind without playing the game, but it's like very specific, and it's like like there's a lot to talk about that game if I ever actually put in the effort to make achievement videos for the other channel that I had plans to do, but I just never do because it's gonna take a lot of work, and uh, regardless of that fact, and one of them being oh dear, and again topic on its own. But we are here specifically to showcase Arknights Endfield PlayStation 5 achievements. Now, while the achievements for Endfield is give or miss, it doesn't really matter on PC, quote unquote. But because it's on PlayStation 5, it has achievements, or in this case, trophies. Now you might be wondering what's the big deal? Why I'm making this a big point of the section for an Umbra Monument video. It's because the developers made a big ass oopsie when it came to the trophies. An extremely big ass oopsie to the point that you cannot platinum the trophy if you started playing right now. That's big of an oopsie. And this is not a security breach. You can't beat it because the achievements aren't working. Oopsie. This is the trophies that they went with, you cannot get anymore because it's only available for the first patch. Yes. And even then, not everyone actually did it. Mao? Really? Do you want to say that? Are you sure? Is that correct info? Relevant info, cat? I don't know if you guys can hear him, but there's a cat meowing hysterically. So, the reasoning why you saw that blue dot earlier, if you were paying attention on the map for me here, when it came to this achievement, I didn't realize I didn't have all the mining spots in Valley 4. It didn't really matter because there was more Orgenium. That was not really necessary at that point in time. Just gonna be brutally honest. But yeah, I of course I logged in to grab all of them at once. But yeah, that was the last achievement I did. All of them I got at the once except this one. It's obviously it wasn't 420. It was like around 10 or 11, but UGP 0. Get the point. But anyway, so yeah, that was the last achievement I did. But the most important achievement that is not possible past the first patch, but technically the game will give it to you if you make the certain conditions, is let me see if I can find it. Companions trophy. Now, in the game, in the first patch, this wasn't like anything too crazy. The first one was February 5th. I'm probably going to be the last one. Or not. Okay, it's just people coming into the game just to get the achievements. But you cannot get it in this after starting the 1.1 patch. Unless I am mistaken for some reason, which doesn't make sense. But the Companions trophy is based off the Companions sets of medals, where you do the side missions of Lone Wolf, which is Wolf Guards, Letter from a Messenger, which is Gilberta's, Love Scream, and the Prototype, which is Yvonne's, and Let's Try Consume the Ashen Patch, which is Leviting's. This, at this point in time, is not possible to do because the story side mission, companion side story missions are not available starting the 1.1 patch. Now, in theory, these would be put into the game later on, possibly, but that comes to the point of kind of a big oopsie for the developers. At this point in time, you cannot get this achievement if you did not do these 4 side missions trophies. I did it, of course, before 1.1 patch, and of course I got the achievement when I logged on the 24th. The fact that there's no others that have logged in since, it's all March 24th, should say everything about achievements wise. It says the 23rd, but it was the 24th time zone shenanigans and like that. But yeah, it says a lot that the last time was several hours later from me. That was the next following day. And that's it. It's because if you have both PlayStation 5 and you have done this before the 1.1 patch, there's no way for you to get this trophy on PlayStation 5. You could have done it on the PlayStation 5 by playing on the PlayStation 5, obviously, but if you play on PC, you already got these 4 side missions done. You have all 4 of the medals on your account. You will be, if you of course link the account to the PlayStation, you will be able to get this medal right now. This trophy, my bad, right now. But if not, well, you're just gonna have to wait and slowly do each one. Eventually, with the rerun of Gilberta, Leviting, and Yvonne, with their side missions, unless they do side missions later, it's very likely if they do what they do in Arknights, it's going to be a year from now. Repeat that, a year from now, most likely, these side missions will return. Most likely. Yeah. So it's very likely, unless someone logs into the PlayStation 5 already having the companion medals, unless Arknights develop the Endfield Hypergriff does something different with the side missions that bring them out early, this is all it's going to be for a year from now. It's going to be likely March or April of 2027 when the next person will likely, unless they link their PlayStation 5 or their PlayStation account to their Griffline account, and of course, there's so much to think about trying to make it accurate, perfect thing. Anyway, onto their NFL PlayStation 5. All of those things considered, and of course, doing all the missions, you're not going to be seeing it until like a year from now. If there's going to be a decent amount of players still playing the game, to have this rise up. Now, there's probably other trophy sites out there that has probably different data from people, and there might be some people that get the trophy from a different site at a different time, there's a possibility because this exophase, excuse me, is not the only trophy site. It is not the only trophy site. But it's not a hard guarantee that you will see someone else get the trophy anytime soon. Or at all. They decide not to do a side mission again. Which would be hilarious, by the way, if they don't do these medals again or do certain side missions again. This trophy will be impossible to get. Insane to think about. The fact that there is a missable timed trophy for a PlayStation game. It's not too impossible for that to happen, especially if, let's say, one of the live service games ends of service on PlayStation. Then most of those achievements trophies won't be possible, or games get taken off the PlayStation service, so you can't platinum anymore. I'm looking at a certain game called Concord as a good example of that. Now, hackers will target trophy accounts that have these sorts of trophies. Fair warning. It's actually kind of insane, but that's besides the point. So yeah, pretty much if you did not get the trophies, get the side mission medals, you're not going to be able to platinum the trophy, especially if you wanted to go out of your way to do it. If you did not do it, sucks to suck. Anyway, so the only ones are essentially the platinum and just side stuff for certain things. This one comes down to if any of the Umber monuments goes away, then sure, but that's not the case. I think these two monuments will stay up, so I don't think this trophy will disappear. Aside from this one being kind of like, I don't know, everything else is pretty much doable for me. Level 7 exploration, 270 Valley Forest storage crates. I am like 250 or 60 or something like that. We can check it out here in the game. Promote and operated E4, prototype operated to level 90, 211 up into tier 4, upgrade 1 character operated to level 60, and research every technology in ruling AC1. Aside from this one, everything else is kind of up in the air. Personally, none of these trophies are going to be in the rare category because there's a high rate of people who played this game that actually got the trophy. Compared to some others that if it's like, there might be some trophy players that have played it, but they didn't actually play the game. Well, there's not many trophy hunters that played the game, I should say. So that's why there's certain ones that are obviously really rare, that are kind of like, really? That's really rare? Yeah, there's not many people who have gotten that achievement that have signed up to Exophase. I don't know which is the better one to go for, but the reason why I went with Exophase, by the way, so that anyone can view it and see where I'm kind of doing, because it does keep track of what you recently played and what have in the past before, like your gamer creds of what kind of insane shit you've done before in the past, 100%ed. So yeah, like there's trophy hunting is a weird thing to talk about because it's like very easy for people to just go for easy 100% games. And then there's, of course, games that are specifically made to go for that, for people to go for that, and it's not just PlayStation. You can see it in Steam and many other platforms. Yeah, 53 games I completed. I wish you could actually view the completed games. I wonder if I could do that. It's not gonna do it because it's like, what the fuck, mate? Maybe stats? It's just showing me the stuff like that. Kind of just interesting stats that you can view yourself and like that, yada yada yada. I don't know why this is here. I think this is mostly just like advertisements. Yeah, because I've never played those games. I wish I could play Requiem, but I don't have Requiem. Yeah, so you could go to this and just see all the games that I've 100%ed. Some of them I did over again on a different site. Some of them are demos. Yes, there are some demos that have achievements out there. You just gotta look for them. Some easy, some hard. Plants vs. Zombies. Cluster Truck on PlayStation specifically. Now that's yeah. I mean, if you have not been on the channel, I did show the videos of me completing a lot of the stages with no abilities and beating the game. What else? World Flipper is one of those games that end of service around that time. So like, I'm one of the few people that 100%ed World Flipper. I'm one of those few people that 100%ed Epic 7 because it's really finicky to get the achievements working. Just stuff like that. Some games that I'm tempted to talk about, like Bouncing Bullets. Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil 3. And this one I'm just kind of showing off. There's a lot to talk about, and a lot of games I don't remember EX, but I think the craziest one would probably be Halo Combat Evolved, because some of them are just straight up really difficult to do. Some of them are straight up impossible to do nowadays for some people, like PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2. Why am I saying PlayStation 2? Plants vs. Zombies 2 is a good example of a game that a lot of people don't have 100%ed. And then it's like kind of platinum, but not 100%ed, and then of course almost 100%ed, yada yada yada. Some of them are just straight up live art. What the fuck? I feel like I don't know why, because it's supposed to be Beat Stickman. I need to look into why that's. Oof. There's some games I could probably do on Xbox I could go back to. And technically I 100%ed Atmosphere. But it's not showing that I did. So like, it's not perfect by any means, and there's some games I did 100% that are not 100%ed. I am tempted to just showcase this right now before we get into Umber Monument. Steam. Like I said, I've been playing a little bit of Terraria. See right here, I 100%ed it. But it is not considered 100%. So just to showcase, it's not perfectly accurate. So, yeah. So that's the main point of that whole segment with PlayStation, is that you can't 100% the PlayStation if you haven't played the 1.0 patch, at least all the side companion missions. Is the only trophy at this, point in time where you can't 100% it if you missed out. Or you played a 1.1 patch. Anyway.